YouTube, what's up? It's Coach Tabe. I've got an unboxing for you from the cubicle. Tonight we're talking the Mofang Jiaoshi Meilong 3x3. This is part of the new budget line that Moyu is doing. Cubes all the way from 3x3 up to 11x11 and probably even bigger. They haven't released them all yet. First one was the 3x3. We're going to go ahead and check it out. I've heard good things. I'll probably end up magnetizing it, give you my full thoughts. Enough of that though. Let's go ahead and get into the cube. Alright guys, we are talking the Mofang Jiaoshi Meilong 3x3, the new budget 3x3 from Moyu. And they are doing a whole bunch of lower cost puzzles. The MF3RS3 has kind of moved up in price a little bit, so now we have the Meilong that are much cheaper. I believe this was on sale for like $2.99 when I got it. So that's pretty darn cheap even for a budget 3x3. Got some tape on the box. Let's go ahead, cut that off and see if we can't get into this. And check out the cube. Alright, first impressions, very light and sandy. A little dry as you might expect. Definitely feels like a budget cube, yes indeed. Very flexible. Well, that is. It's also a little slow. Corner cuts pretty well as you might imagine, because it is so loose and flexible, it looks like. So we're going to need to do some setup, locking up just a little bit there. So not bad, you know, first impressions are not bad, not too bad, but it is, like I said, it's a little flexible, a little unstable. Nothing some magnets can't help. So I'm going to go ahead and magnetize it. I'll do some solves, come back, give you my final thoughts. Thanks, guys. Alright, so the non-magnetic, straight out of the box version of the Meilong 3x3. Kind of hard to say. Performance is really good, except for one thing, and you'll see it throughout the solves that I'm going to show here. It is incredibly flexible. And that causes catches and lockups all the time. Now keep in mind, what you're seeing here is after I've tightened the tensions a full turn. And it's still this loose and this flexible. It's very, very hard to control right out of the box. And that makes it really tough to recommend. Now, I should tell you, I got my PB single almost 6 months after my last one. Broke my PB single with this cube, unmagnetized. In fact, even before I tighten the tensions. And so it is possible to get some really nice times, as you'll see also on here, with this cube. So for the price, it's tough to recommend just because of how flexible it is. It is possible you can get it set up nicely without magnetizing it, but I would not recommend the cube if you're not going to magnetize it. Now, having said that, if you're willing to magnetize with magnets, this becomes a fantastic cube. Once you put them in there, all the flexing, all that stuff goes away, and it becomes a nice, stable, really good cube with excellent performance. Does not have quite the corner cutting of a flagship, but it corner cuts well enough and becomes really, really good, especially when you factor in the price. This becomes a fantastic value and a really good cube, and I would highly recommend it. Now, like I said, I got my PB single with the non-magnetic version of this cube, but I got a ton of great times with the magnetic version. Not quite PBs, but close to it, and I would highly recommend it. Now, there are a couple of things to be aware of. Like I said in the intro video, it is a little light. It's only 64 grams, so a little bit light. But, you know, that might be an issue for some people. I did not find it to be a problem, especially once you put magnets in it. And just so you know, I used 4x2 N35s. That kind of gave it a light to medium feel. Only issue with doing the magnetizing, follow my tutorial by the way, if you don't know how to do it, is disassembly and reassembly is a little difficult because the corners have gigantic feet on them, which means it's not going to pop. but it makes taking the cube apart, putting it back together, just a little bit of an issue, a little more challenging than it might be otherwise. But this turns into a really, really good cube once you have the magnets in it. No flexing, all that stuff goes away. Has kind of a light, flat plastic feel to it. Turns good, and it's fast, but not super fast. You know, basically the best budget cube that you can find. I would highly recommend it. Like I said, got some really good times. As you can see here, a couple of under 22s, which for me are really, really fast. And you know, I am full PLL now, so not gonna see that here, I don't think. But anyway, bottom line, this cube has great potential right out of the box. Has low price. It's super light. However, it's extremely flexible out of the box. I can't emphasize that enough. It is super, super flexible, and that was definitely an issue for me. So because of that, it absolutely needs magnets. And like I said, for some people, because it is so light, that might be an issue. Not an issue for me, but some people like heavier cubes. If you're a Volk fan that likes those really heavy cubes, this one, not so much. However, bottom line, if you'll magnetize it, buy the cube. If not, don't. If you're going to magnetize it, this is the best budget cube you can find. I've seen it as low as $2.99 and then $1 or $2 for magnets. You're looking at a $4 or $5 magnetic cube. Best budget magnetic cube on the market. Without magnets, pass. If you don't want to mess with that, pass on it. Go buy something else like the Kylan V2. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked the video. If you did, go ahead and hit the thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the bell. And I will see you on the next video. Take care, everybody.